Want to ace the Salesforce Certified MuleSoft Developer 2 exam, the Mule-Dev-301? In the next few minutes, I'll break it down into 5 simple pillars, share real exam-style practice questions, and give you the exact study plan you need to pass with confidence. The Mule-Dev-301 is an advanced-level exam. You'll face 60 multiple-choice questions in 120 minutes, and you need a 70% score to pass. The cost? $200. And yes, you'll need to already hold the MuleSoft Developer I certification. Here's the secret. The exam is built around 5 pillars. If you master these, you're ready. Pillar 1. Expose production-ready APIs, 13%. Think of this as setting up a shopfront. You'll manage API versioning, add caching policies, configure webhooks, and use auto-discovery so Mule apps are ready for real-world traffic. Pillar 2. Maintainable and modular apps, 25%. Here's where Maven shines. Parent POMS, reusable libraries, MUNIT testing with Maven. It's like having one family recipe book that every project in your kitchen inherits from. Pillar 3. Monitorable apps, 15%. Logs, health checks, correlation IDs. Imagine driving a car without a dashboard. Scary, right? Monitoring gives you that dashboard for your APIs. Pillar 4. Performant and reliable apps, 27%. This is the heaviest weight domain. Think object stores, VM and Anypoint MQ connectors, scatter-gather parallelism, retries, and compensating transactions. Basically, making sure your app doesn't just work, but keeps working when things fail. Let's bring this to real life. Imagine you're working for an e-commerce company. It's Black Friday, thousands of orders per minute are flooding your system. If you haven't built performance in with scatter-gather and message queues, your system will choke. Carts fail, customers leave, and revenue tanks. If you don't design for reliability, one failed API call could break the entire checkout process. And if you haven't applied security with TLS or OAuth, attackers could exploit weak endpoints, putting customer credit cards at risk. That's exactly why Mule-Dev-301 focuses so heavily on these domains, because they're not just theory, they're what keeps real systems alive during peak demand. Pillar 5. Security, 20%. Secure configs, TLS, OAuth2, basic auth, mutual authentication. If reliability is the engine, security is the lock on the doors. Let's look at a real style practice question. A Mule API receives a JSON payload. How should you validate it before posting to the target system? Option A. Data weave if-else logic. Option B. Importing JSON module in data weave. Option C. Applying JSON schema policy in API Manager. Option D. Validate schema operation inside the flow. Now pause and think. The best answer? C. Apply the JSON schema policy in API Manager. Why? Because you want validation as close to the API boundary as possible to stop bad data before it reaches your system. That's the kind of exam reasoning you'll need. So here's your action plan. Spend 1 week per exam domain, build, test, and review. Use timed practice questions to simulate the 120-minute pressure. And most importantly, review every wrong answer until you know why it was wrong. Don't forget to subscribe for weekly Salesforce certification tips and drop a comment telling me which exam you want me to cover next. Your feedback decides the next video.